Hey guys, and welcome back to another brand new not Attack on Titan video because I will be covering the Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2 trailer. Yes, they just dropped the new trailer for the first core of the season, and there are actually quite a lot of stuff that I would like to talk about, starting from the director change. Yes, the director change from the famous Park Sung-hoo that directed season 1 of Jujutsu Kaisen to a new director, Shota Goshozono. I'll be going in depth for this particular thing in a bit, so please do watch until the end if you guys want to know every single thing that has been changed in the Jujutsu Kaisen season 2 stuff list. But first of all, I'll be talking about my thoughts on the trailer first. There are actually quite a significant amount of changes in terms of the art style, the way it is being presented and such. To be honest, I really like the way Shota Goshozono actually directs stuff. Like in episode 8 and also episode 17 of Jujutsu Kaisen, every single stuff that he directed will definitely have that Goso's feeling. Like the Goso vibe where he basically just plays with perspective, plays with camera angle and such. This is something that I really like. The creativity that the director is showing in every single stuff that he is directing is very much enjoyable to watch. So him being the new director of season 2, a new director for Jujutsu Kaisen, is pretty much a good thing. I'm not saying that Park Sung-hoo did a bad job for season 1, but having a new type of directing in Jujutsu Kaisen is definitely needed. Season 1 direction is definitely great, Park Sung-hoo expected from him, but having Shota Goshozono with his creativity, with his uniqueness of direction, is definitely going to be boosting the way Jujutsu Kaisen anime is going to flow. Please be reminded that I am an anime only watcher for Jujutsu Kaisen, so I have no idea what's happening for the future of Jujutsu Kaisen, but I am guessing this season 2 will be having quite a different vibe from season 1 because, well, season 1 is just the exposition and such for the upcoming content for season 2, right? So this is very much understandable, very much makes sense if they change director for this particular reason. But obviously there's probably more reason as well. I can't really confirm anything because I'm not one of the people who's working at MAPPA, so yeah. But as in my personal opinion though, the whole trailer, the way it is being directed is very much enjoyable to watch. There are some not very fluid movement, which probably is intentional for the comedic relief or some stuff, I guess. I'm not very sure, but those are some of the nitpick that I kind of have. It just feels like, oh, this is not 24 frames per second, what is this movement? But well, every single thing about the trailer looks great. I'm not very sure as well if this is a pre-animated trailer or not. Having Shota Goshozono or Goso as the director of season 2 is definitely great. Jujutsu Kaisen season 2 is definitely in a good hand. It's just up to how the consistency will go. If it goes like Chainsaw Man, which sometimes have the inconsistency of art style and such, it's going to be quite for this particular season. But what we can see, from what we can judge from the trailer itself, it definitely looks great, especially the action scene. The way Goso is just playing with the perspective, with the camera angle and such, the shot being made, every single thing that is shown for the action scene is definitely much better. I mean, like, personally speaking, I definitely prefer how they actually handled the trailer shot. I mean, like, well, this is only a trailer, we can't really say much because it's just like, what, 30 seconds trailer? And yeah, the action scenes definitely looks incredibly well made. I really love the creativity that they are showing for this particular season, especially having Shota Goshozono. This is definitely something that is great for Jujutsu Kaisen. Alright, so before I go crazy with the fact that Goso is directing season 2 of Jujutsu Kaisen, let's take a look at the full stuff list of Jujutsu Kaisen season 2. Obviously, director Shota Goshozono, series compositions, screenplay or scriptwriter Hiroshi Seko, character designer Tadashi Hiramatsu and Sayaka Koiso, assistant director Ryota Aike, art director Junichi Higashi, color designer Eiko Matsushima, CGI producer Yusuke Tanawa, 3D CG director Daisuke Ishikawa, and also director of photography Teppei Ito. In total, there's actually 5 new staff in the season 2 staff list of Jujutsu Kaisen. So the first one being obviously the director change from Park Sun-hoo to Shota Goshozono. There's one new character designer, which is Sayaka Koiso. Assistant director change from Yui Umemoto to Ryota Aike. Art director changed from Kim Jong-yeon to Junichi Higashi. Color designer changed from Chikako Kamata to Eiko Matsushima. And the last one being the 3D CGI director has been changed from Miki Kaneda and also Kentaro Kimura to Daisuke Ishikawa. Don't worry, I'll be going through every single stuff in this particular stuff list. So let's start off with Sayaka Koiso, a new character designer for Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2. So we pretty much have 2 character designers for Season 2. One which is Tadashi Hiramatsu, the OG one from Season 1, and also a new one which is Sayaka Koiso. We can actually see the difference between these 2 character designers. For the first one, we have the Tadashi Hiramatsu's character design for Gojo Satoru in Season 1 of Jujutsu Kaisen, and we have the character design for Season 2 of Gojo Satoru. Well, this is pretty much the younger version, the young Gojo, but as we can see from the way they actually applied the fabric details right there, we can pretty much see that the old character design is pretty much more detailed, much more than it is in character design for Season 2, which is something that is quite, it is probably due to the art style as well, but I can't really say much for now because we only seen like the character design, also some few frames, which actually kind of looks great. I will definitely miss the old fabric design of Gojo's clothes and probably the rest of the Jujutsu Kaisen's sorcerer. Sayaka Koiso will be having much more influence in Season 2 due to the fact that Hiramatsu is probably busy working on the original MAPPA film, which is the Alice 2 Teresu no Maborushi Kojo. So yeah, I am pretty curious to see what the character designs will look for the future of the anime, so hopefully it will be as good as the first season. But the next one is quite surprising. I actually saw this name in my last goodness video for Attack on Titan. The assistant director for Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2 is Ryota Aike. This is kinda surprising because the last time I actually saw his name being credited as a director is during the Attack on Titan the final season part 3. Yes, there's actually 3 episode director for that episode, right? Yuichiro Hayashi, Igarashi, and also Ryota Aike. So having him as the assistant director for Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2 actually shocked me because, hey, I just saw you directing such an amazing episode in Attack on Titan. I'm pretty sure with his assistant and also Shota Goshozono amazingness, this season will definitely be an epicness of season. What am I saying? What the hell? So having him as the assistant director will definitely help Shota Goshozono a lot because of how amazing his direction is, and having him as the assistant director and probably as episode director for some episode of Season 2 is definitely something that is quite interesting to see. Next up, we have the art director Junichi Higashi. And oh my goodness, this guy is a veteran. They actually did work on Jujutsu Kaisen before as the art director as well for Jujutsu Kaisen 0. Yes, the movie. So if you like how the art direction is being made or is being directed in the Jujutsu Kaisen 0 movie, I'm pretty sure it will stay consistent for this particular as well because bro's a veteran, man. There's like a lot of credit right here. So I'm very curious to see how the art direction will go for the Season 2 because, fun fact, I haven't actually watched Jujutsu Kaisen 0. I really need to watch that, man. Next up, we have the color designer Eiko Matsushima. And guess what? They actually worked on Attack on Titan the final season. Yes, episode 69 as the paint check assistant. Basically, this person specialized for color checking, color designing, and such. They actually did work on Jujutsu Kaisen Season 1 as well as the color designing for Opening 1 and also Opening 2, color setting for Opening 1, Opening 2, Ending 1, Ending 2, pain check. Basically, this person has been working on Jujutsu Kaisen Season 1 as well, but just not having the main position as the color designer. But what I can tell from this particular change is the fact that this person will have much more influence to the color designs for the whole season, which is something that I'm curious to see because I don't really pay much attention to the color designs from Season 1, but you get what I mean. Alright, the next one is the 3D CGI director, Daisuke Ishikawa. He is actually a CG animator that is from Monsters Egg, which is a CGI company if I'm not wrong. And they actually work on the Chainsaw Man anime series as a 3D CG animation assistant, Ghost in the Shell standalone complex TV anime series, unit manager for episode 22. So I'm a Spider So What TV anime series, CG assistant in episode 24, and also Weathering with You movie as a 3D CG animator. Basically, this person is actually from a CG company that is called Monsters Egg and pretty much be the CG director for this season of Jujutsu Kaisen. I'm not very sure what his work are for the Chainsaw Man episode 12. But yeah, I'm kind of curious to see how the CG will be implemented in this particular season of Jujutsu Kaisen. Alright, the last one being the director, the new series director himself, Shota Goshozono. This guy has actually worked on the Black Clover animation, key animation for episode 13 and 35, Chainsaw Man episode 8 as the storyboarder, episode director, and also did key animation for episode 8 and also the opening of Chainsaw Man. Also is the episode director for episode 17, storyboard for episode 17 of Jujutsu Kaisen, episode director for episode 8 of Jujutsu Kaisen, key animation for episode 1, 5, 18, and also 17. Kaguya-sama Love is War Season 3, storyboard check for Ending 2, and also the episode director for Ranking of the King episode 7 and 21, which is that amazing looking episode from Ranking of the King. So having him as the director will definitely benefit Jujutsu Kaisen a lot. I'm not saying, again, I'm not downgrading Park Sung-hoo's work in Jujutsu Kaisen Season 1 obviously, but having Shota Goshozono as the director, basically a new director, he don't really have that major role in any anime before, but this as his first ever major work, which is Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2, is quite crazy. And having his direction, which is pretty much going to make the series much more enjoyable in general, is going to be crazy. And I can't really wait to actually see how Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2 will actually goes. Again, I am an anime only watcher. I don't really have any single clue what the hell is happening for the next few episodes for Jujutsu Kaisen. But please do let me know if this season is going to be an incredible season, because according to the Fake Weeb, a good friend of mine that actually covers Jujutsu Kaisen content a lot, this is going to be pretty much the best season of Jujutsu Kaisen. And probably even the best anime season for, like, anime season, man. That is quite a big and bold word, but yeah, we'll see. I can't really wait to see how this story is going to go, but having Shota Goshozono again, having him as the director will definitely going to make Jujutsu Kaisen a lot more fun in terms of how the direction going to goes. But yeah, thank you very much for watching this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe and like, and I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye!